Hello everybody and welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 8 doing the challenge, or continuing on with the challenge I should say, the Lone Rifleman, and things have actually been going pretty freaking well for the challenge, I will say so far. Despite a couple hiccups here and there, mainly like the big one that we have right now is that our people are kind of suffering a bit from heat stroke. But we just survived 2 fights in the last video, got a new turret set up, which is gonna be pretty good for us, obviously, especially since we're actually starting to initiate the actual use of the Lone Rifleman challenge, or all the pieces that go into the challenge, I suppose. What is this? Pincushion cactus plants. That is interesting. I don't know why, but they look really out of place to me, probably because all the grass in here is kind of like vanished from sight and stuff like that. What's up with you guys? You guys shouldn't be all that hurt. Yeah, just a bruise here and there. Okay. Well, seeing as they just have bruises, and looks like both of them actually have been treated. Both of them poorly bandaged, though. That's unfortunate. No! Oh, I was just gonna say, let's go ahead and cancel the medicine that's up there, but it looks like that was actually what was put to use. That sucks. That was a huge waste of materials. Whatever. What is the actual temperature indoors? What is this thing actually set to? 21. When winter comes around, 21 is still gonna be the degrees that I'm gonna want that to be set at. What about you? 21 as well. And then this one should be like super low. Yeah, so that one's still, these are all still refrigerated? Okay, cool. That's good. Okay, I think one thing that we should definitely get started with them, then is, you know what, let's bring this down a couple degrees. Probably, like, make it 18 degrees Celsius? I don't know, right now it's 33 indoors. 30 is the max that I would want it to be. But, you know, we could always just adjust it later once it does start coming around to winter. I'm not sure, but we'll figure out what we want to do with that in the future. In the meantime, let's actually go ahead and actually continue things by adding more coolers to the rest of our base, because otherwise I think our people might not be all that happy with their living situation, to put it lightly. So, then, does it make sense to put one right there? Probably not, seeing as we're gonna have that one table. So let's actually put this one probably right down there. I think down lower looks a little bit better because, you know, that one's kind of low in regards to that room. And we could put one in here, but I don't think people are going to spend all that much time in there, everything considered, so we could actually go ahead and ignore that. And then, as I mentioned in the last video, beyond that point, our main priority, without a doubt at this point, is going to be, continuing, solar flare, that sucks. Is going to be continuing to expand our base. Let's go ahead and check everyone's gear. Solaire does actually, Solaire, we said that he could actually wear one of those, so we'll go ahead and give him one. Kevlar helmet or steel military helmet? I would imagine that the steel military helmet is better, but let's go ahead and check. Covers head, left ear, it covers head and both of the ears. We could also just base it off of market value, but we're gonna keep these for a while, so I don't think there's really a point to consider all that. So covers those, 10, wow, that is an incredibly minor movement speed reduction. That's very nice. What is C, by S, though? Speed of movement through the world in cells per second. Interesting. I wonder if the cells are just each individual square? So, like, each square per second? I don't know. That's weird. But also very cool and interesting. So then 10%, 35%. What is up with the steel military helmet? Oh, shoot! 10 and 25. And covers just as much. Psychic sensitivity is also minus. Multiplier on the impacts of psychic phenomenon affecting this person. So that multiplier on, shoot. So wait, but the sensitivity is minus 10%. This is the thing that I wish the wording was a little bit more clear, because that confuses me. Does that mean that the person's psychic sensitivity goes down, so it's better? I think that means it's better. We might want to, we're gonna put that one on Solaire then. Sucks that it doesn't quite prevent as much, but I think it's probably the smarter thing all in all. Hopefully I'm not accidentally screwing myself over here, but you know, that's just something we'll have to see as time goes on. Daniel does have the best shiv weapon, so let's give him the hat and one of the pieces of armor, seeing as he didn't have any of those before. Balluno's got this big old club. You know what, why don't we go ahead and give him one as well since he's out here. We could also give him a jacket too, that'll be pretty cool. Well, your fancy old duster, my good friend, and everything will be perfectly fine for you in that regards. What kind of clothing as well? Cloth. So you could get synthred or synthred, since that's better. What else is there? There's cloth. Okay, I thought everything else was just going to be basic cloth. Little bit unfortunate, but you know what, that's perfectly fine. Droid, you could wear that since you don't have an extra outfit of your own. Sideways does already have some head protection, so I feel a little bit okay about him not getting any additional armor beyond that. Here, let's actually go ahead and not pull up the overview. That's completely wrong. Let's pull up the add home zones, so we could actually go ahead and remove, just adjust this, you know, because as you guys know, I like to adjust this so it's a little bit more, specific to what I actually think is, important to protect along our base. Eventually, I don't think we'll do this anytime too soon, but eventually I definitely would actually like to go ahead and, put down some flooring, of course. Here, we could also get rid of that much right there, and then that much along that way. That'll be pretty good. But yeah, eventually I actually think I would definitely want to go ahead and actually put down some flooring along the sides of the base, just to make sure that if fires do occur, they won't be able to, like, get to the wall, or at least they should hopefully go out before reaching the wall, and we won't have to deal with any problems in regards to that. Oh, we haven't worked on the stonecutter's table for a while. It's all... Oh no, I only did limestone before. That's a little bit unfortunate because that does mean that we've actually, of course, finally run out of limestone, and there's still a lot of limestone projects that I want us to accomplish. So, I'm not incredibly happy about this, but I definitely think it would be a smart idea to go ahead and start... do these things need to be refrigerated? That's one thing I should check. Yes, they do. Thank God they last like a couple 100 days, though. That's freaking awesome. But let's go ahead, look for some limestone blocks. That's the color of limestone. That's the color of almighty, powerful limestone. Don't ask me what that was, because I will never tell, partially because I have absolutely no idea myself. So, we'll go ahead and mark all those. That's a lot of limestone to be picking up, so that should mean we'll have, like, an ample supply, which is always really, really good, in my opinion. Beyond that, this has actually been fully built, so we need to go ahead and... Oh, nice! It's already at 21. Oh, I don't want it to be that cold. Let's go ahead and make that one 18 as well, then. See, the problem is 18 degrees Celsius is going to be quite cold once winter comes around, because then what that means is, since it's already a relatively low temperature, it's just going to make the rooms get even colder, which is obviously not going to be the best thing in the world for us. But of course, actually, if I consider myself to be, like, good at all in this game, then I should be able to recognize when winter is arriving and turn those things down appropriately whenever need be. So I don't think that actually should be something that I'll need to worry about or focus too heavily on. I wish there weren't so many, like, fires getting started all over the place. That's a little bit annoying, but you know what? We just gotta deal. We just gotta deal like a seal. That's chilling with some veal. I don't know. Brendan Philip Riley just said my whole name on stream too. I mean on a video too. That's a little bit weird, but you know what? That's fine. You need to learn to start allowing your words to make sense and stop being such a big old ding dong about things. So let's go ahead and get the tailor's bench set up. That means we are going to add 2 more hydroponics tables. Kinda makes me think we might need another power source before too long. We do need to, of course, remember that we only have one, like, real lamp. Of course, we have the sun lamp as well. But we really only have, like, one lamp in our entire, building. So, it's not like we, indoors is 18 degrees Celsius right now. Does that cause any, like, problems for our people? Thoughts? No! Cool. They don't think it's cold. So they can live in 18 degrees Celsius. So that's gonna be nice. Why is this one 26 and this one's 18? Is it because... Oh, must be because it's next to the hydroponics room, I would imagine, because this one's 18 as well. 18... this one is also 18, though, and that's right next door. But granted, this room does have 2 doors separating it, while this one only has 1. What is this room? Yeah, this is 27. But then again, actually, this whole area does not have a cooler, so I should probably put one in there, especially since it is, obviously, in fact, the dining hall. I don't want to end up killing anyone, by having them, like, suffer, like, severe heat stroke by being in this room for just, like, 2 seconds. But I think I would prefer putting the cooler right there. I don't know. I think putting it right there actually should suffice towards cooling this whole area. So maybe I should just do that. I think that would be safer rather than, like, doubling the amount of heat output that's going in this room. I think that would be a very, very, very bad choice. So I think that'll be good for that. I think... I think I should totally actually go ahead and start getting started on expanding. Because, why do I always click to look at those people? I don't want to see what they're doing with their whole nonsense and stuff like that. Cool, we got that steam geyser down there that we have to explore eventually. We actually are starting to gather some of those resources, so that's nice. But, the big thing that I certainly want to do at this point, that man is now dead, and there's another dead person. Shoot, I should have turned that on a while ago. Luckily now those bodies should be, disposed of before they will cause us any significant issues. But, let's go ahead and start doing some granite walls. How exactly did I say we were going to set this up? Okay, so I wanted this to be the outdoors. So maybe then, we'll make it like yay big and have 2 connecting places. Yeah, like if we make it that big, then we could go ahead and grab and misc the orbital beacon, put it right, like, right there, whatever. You know, it really doesn't matter where we put it because we're not going to utilize that whole space with trading and stuff like that. So then let's add a new zone, put a stockpile zone right like there, so we'll make it relatively small. Enemies should still be able to fly in there though, which is a little bit scary in my opinion. But you know what, we'll just have to deal with that. So we get rid of you. Where was the door up there? Right there? You know what, fine, we'll make that symmetrical then. That'll work out perfectly okay. And then we have all this area to expand to. I don't know what exactly we'll put in there, but the nice thing about this is that means that there's more room for windmills if we want to, or wind turbines if we want to continue putting more of those down. So let's go ahead and mark what we want to go in this thing. We're not going to have rotten resources. We don't want food. We'll hold that for ourselves, at least for a while. What all goes into manufactured? Yeah, we can have all except for medicine. And then raw resources, stone, gold, silver, plasteel, wood, that'll be fine to hold in there. Whoops. Except probably not stone blocks. Yeah, we'll get rid of stone. Silver, gold, steel, all of that will be perfectly fine, of course. Maybe I also should say no to steel, though, but where else would... You know what? I'm actually going to say no to steel. We could actually end up making a different stockpile for steel somewhere else if we want, because I actually don't like having steel there for trade, at least not anymore, because there's so many other opportunities that you have to trade things in this game, so there isn't really much of a reason to keep any of those there. Neurotrainers won't go in there, they'll go into the medical bay, weapons will go in there as well. Appeal can go in there, body parts, no. No chunks, of course, and corpses will be a big old no. So, that'll be awesome for that. That's already a lot of stuff that we get to work with. We actually do have some silver that crashed down as well, so if we want to try to contact some traveling salesmen ASAP, then probably is a situation where the sooner the better. So, definitely want to get to work on that as well. The thing that scares me, though, is that I don't want to continue expanding all that much. if we're going to put a risk of having just these open spaces right here that enemies can end up flanking us in. But I also don't think that that should be all that much of a worry at this point. Let's go ahead, use more granite for both of those, since we've got ample granite all over the place, or at least we should. Yeah, we've still got, like, all the granite, like, chunks in the world, so that makes me happy. Yeah, that's granite walls as well. Cool. So it's gonna look a little bit funky, our whole base, but you know what, that'll be a-okay for us. Let's add a no roof zone. We'll put it right up. Wait, no. Add no roof zone, not delete. Put one right there, so that'll be good. That's already so many good things for us to sell. Like, there's a lot of silver in there for one, so that's 1,000 cash that we get to utilize. But there's also some uranium, all of those weapons, the clothing. That's gonna give us a really big haul of cash once that thing actually, once that process of selling things has actually been completed, so that's pretty awesome. There's another drop pod cluster, food for us, and it's really, really close to our base, so that's always a nice little bonus on top of everything else. I presume we actually are not doing any research right now. Is there anything that I want to do? Electric smelting, we're getting close to the point where that would be very useful. There isn't really any reason to get the fertilizer pump in this colony, at least I don't think. At least not at this point. Meanwhile, let's see. Colored lights would be cool. Machining would also be cool. But I actually think we are in a point, where currently I would actually rather have all of our people doing alternate tasks. So we'll go ahead and ignore that for the time being. Taylor's bench has actually been finished, so let's go ahead and actually add a bill for that. Oh, shoot! Wait! No, we totally don't need to do that. Well, let's make a cowboy hat anyways. Can we make it like a really, really nice one? Let's see. What was the best of these? I believe it goes down towards the best, so hyperweave is the best. Yeah, high-tech nanofiber woven into sheets. Cool, so we're gonna give our cowboy like the ultimate badass, cowboy hat, I suppose. So let's make that about yay big. That'll be good. We'll just do until... Wait, no. Do one. Repeat once. How about that? Yeah. I think that's good for that. I forgot, actually, that you do not use the tailor bench for creating cloth. You actually have to grow it. That's really my bad. That's actually exactly why I actually created these hydroponics tables right here. So let's do that. Oh, there's Devil Strand. So actually, if we wanted to make that devil one, that's how we would do that. But I want to experiment with that, that final one, Hyperweave, because obviously it's the best, I imagine. And I honestly do not really have any idea how to make it, so I think it's probably a good thing for me to experiment with, to say the least. We've run out of metal down there, which honestly makes me imagine that we actually do not have any metal to build with at all. Yeah, we totally ran out. Okay, so we need to work, more on that. Since we actually do have that opening now down there now, it's probably the ample time to get started on that stuff. And we definitely actually do need to mine out as soon as possible, because, like I said, I want to close off that big ol' opening in our base right now, so it's not going to be, kind of a scary predicament for us to deal with. So I feel very good that our good old man droid is going to get down there and start working on that. Of course, we also could, claim all these walls. Did I claim the walls? I guess I did. Must designate abandoned artificial structures. Have I already claimed that then? Yes, I have. Okay. Then let's go ahead and sell all these walls, because that's gonna be free metal right there as well. Right? Right? Oh, shoot, and free marble. That's cool. Oh, they're not conduit walls, so that's why I'm not getting any metal there. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's unfortunate. Nice to know that apparently crypto sleep pods do not require power. That's actually one thing that I did not really consider or think about at all until right now. Eventually, I would really, really like to go ahead and pay these jabronis a visit and be like, hey, pals, how's it going? Nice to see you in your nice little sleep pods. Oh, sorry, I just ruined your day and killed you all. Like, that's the situation that I want to happen. And of course, we're going to go to this one first, just because there's one less pod, so that's one less potential threat. Got more people visiting the colony. Of course, they're actually gonna be chilling up all in our face, but you know what, that's okay. That's why they're there anyways, so we'll just ignore their little bit bit of an annoyance, but you know. You know what? As I mentioned before, I want to create some individualized rooms and continue working on that. So let's actually grab some marble, because we haven't used marble at all. And that's way too tight for a room. Sucks because the wall's gonna be right next to the door, and I usually prefer not to do that. But I think if I had... Is 3 blocks of space too tight? How did I... That room is so much more spacious. That would be like a bed right there. Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit... You guys know, I'm a big ol' like appearance over actual value. I'm a big like visuals over value kind of guy, despite how dumb of a value that is in this game. So, I'm going to favor more space in that room over the door having, like, one more wall space between it. And I can't move the door because then these doors wouldn't be symmetrical, so that'd be a big old negative right there. Not another heat wave. That is so frustrating. Whatever, let's go ahead and add another cooler because we're gonna have this be a room later on. Put that right there. Definitely gonna want to keep an eye, on our base and check for the heat. Luckily, this room is still actually only... Oh, God. This one is up to, like... Oh, no. Outside is 40. Okay. So this room is about 30, so that's a hot room. That one's super, super cool, which is nice. Probably means that the food isn't going to be... And it's still refrigerated, so that's nice, at least. This room is... Oh, that thing hasn't been finished because we didn't have the metal for it. Man, I really messed up on my metal supply. It's a good thing I noticed that when I did, because otherwise that might have been a hell of a lot more significant than it could have ended up being. So we do have a mental break coming up soon. Probably heat stroke on Droid, if I was to guess. It is only initial right now, but that doesn't mean, yeah, he's extremely hot. You know what, buddy? You've gathered enough metal for us to worry about that. Let's go ahead and have you prioritize working on that cooler. Work on it from the inside, you fool. Oh, God, enemies are attacking immediately. Okay, that's a little bit scary. What that means is let's actually get everyone... Sideways is going to continue eating. That's Daniel and Droid right there. Oh, Solaire, buddy. You're in, like, the hottest place ever. Okay, so you can go right down there. Is that everyone? How many people do we have? We do only have 5, but that's 4. Droid, Solaire, Balluno. Balluno's way, way, way up there. Oh, that's a little bit bad. Where did the enemies land? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, they are relatively far. So that makes me happy. Bad news bears is that they are actually coming to attack us from the bottom, probably. Almost certainly. So then let's actually get these two. Oh, Sideways hasn't been drafted. Let's get those two in there. Ooh, some of them are actually coming from the top. Oh, but so many of them are down below. You know what? Fine. We're gonna use... Oh, no! They all changed position! What jerks! Okay, well, everyone go back down there then. So the nice thing about that is that that's actually a cool room. Looks like we're actually going to do a lot of physical combat then. Might let them actually destroy our door. I kind of really, really hate that. One of them is actually up top. So let's actually have our turret single him out. I think the turret should be able to deal with him alone. In the meantime, we'll have Balluno bait. Yeah, come on, attack Balluno. Oh my God, those idiots. Okay, maybe not then. That person is chilling down there for some reason. How many of them are there? There's one. Can I just like do that? Ah! Tynan, please change this so if it says various, it at least says the number of things that are in there. Like, that's a change that I've been begging for a long, long while. Okay, you know what? We're just going all out. So let's grab our dudes. Actually, even better, let's just grab Solaire, put him right there, and then he'll just start. Oh no, Balluno, get back in cover, buddy. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. Let's actually move everyone back into cover really quick. Oh, okay, good. Shot didn't go off. So I say we actually put Solaire right there and just have Solaire shoot them. Fire, fire, fire. Oh, he missed. Keep on firing Solaire. Solaire should probably get into cover, though. So let's actually move Solaire up there. Lone Rifleman is going to do a pretty good job at that. In the meantime, let's just move the rest of them in there, and they'll just chill in a nice, cool space. Solaire should not die. I am a little bit worried, but he should live. Oh, God. He's taking a little bit of a beating. He's got a lot of wounds. We'll let him... This might be reckless. Ah, I want him to hit them one more time. Awesome! Okay, they're dead. They broke in, so that's a lot of metal lost. But you know what? That's perfectly fine. I was expecting that to happen, so now we have all these guys go out and attack. There's probably still another... Okay, good. There's still another, like, archery guy. Another one was taken down. We might have just done a case of friendly fire, but even if we did, that's fine. Colonist needs rescue! Wow, man, there actually must have been some friendly fire that went down then, because I don't understand how that could possibly happen. They are now fleeing. Don't you... Oh, of course he's still gonna fire. Frickin' jerk. You know what that means? You're dead. You fire upon us? You take that shot? You gotta suffer for it, bro. You gotta suffer. Suffer the consequences. So now that person's gonna be fleeing up there. Probably. They haven't started fleeing yet. Whatever, Solaire, you move along this way. We need to make sure that this person goes down. Destroy! Oh my god. Destroy them! Solaire, melee attack! Yes! Victory is ours! Okay, that fight actually went pretty poorly. Everything considered, to be completely honest. Let's rescue Sideways. And that is not everyone. Braun. Oh, please tell me we didn't lose someone. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is that everyone? Oh yeah, it is, because Sideways is being carried. That's silly. My bad. Okay, so there actually should be some rather significant wounds here, which is very, very, very unfortunate. But we'll be able to heal our people rather quickly, I think. Wow. That's a very substantial bruise, apparently. The wounds actually aren't all that bad. It's just annoying, to say the least. So, I believe Daniel is one of our main doctors. Daniel is the main doctor. Then Sideways is next. So what that tells me is let's go ahead and heal Sideways first. In fact, actually, Daniel, you can eat, because I definitely don't want you to have or feed people. I'd prefer to have you eat. Okay, you know what? We heal Solaire first, because he is our main colonist of the Ballinist. Baller of life. A great man of greatness. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is why I should stop talking a lot of the time. That's actually one of my favorite jokes, because I say just random things so often. 0% chance of good quality. That's a little bit funny. But is that everything? No, it's not. He's still got so many other wounds. Holy cow. Are you still healing? Mental break soon. On Solaire. What's up with you, buddy? What's up? Urgently hungry. Okay, so Daniel, why don't you go ahead and feed Solaire then? Since that'll be good for him. Hopefully you aren't in too much need of food, but I think he should be fine. In the meantime, Bluno's gonna be doing a good job of doing the alternate tasks. Heatwave has ended, so that's very, very good. Sideways is being fed, still have some medicine. Is he still really wounded? Torso is hurt. Are you feeding yourself now, Daniel? Probably, actually. He is actually reaching a mental break, so we should let him eat. Yeah. Then, in the meantime, you need to heal people first. I'm so sorry, my friend, but let's let you heal Sideways first, then we'll heal Solaire a second time just to go ahead and get those wounds fully repaired. And then, man, he's also wounded too. We're in a... That actually caused us a lot of harm that last time, to be completely honest. So that's a lot of wounds finished there. Sideways, I would love for you to actually be healed and, like, ready to help us with situations. So that should be everything for good. That's everything for Solaire. So then we heal up Droid. How is Sideways doing? After that, Daniel will be able to get all the rest he needs. Good, everything has been healed. I don't know if those will heal permanently. I think they should be able to. But since they are just, like, basic wound healings, like not even the Zeragium plants, wouldn't surprise me if it's not all that useful, so... It'll be unfortunate if that's the case. A lot of these aren't fully grown, but you know what, we'll just harvest those, because I don't care, as, Bakura would say from good ol' thing. Good ol' Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what it is, of course. Silly me. So Sideways, can you get up? Yes, he can. Awesome. Heal Daniel! Show him the light of medicine and healing and good graces and stuff like that. You need to be shut down, turd. I thought I shut you down earlier. Cool. And we haven't really used, like, any of the metal down there yet. So, since an attack probably won't happen before too much longer, probably is a good idea to continue mining out even more to try to gather, like, all the resources that we possibly can. Because I am a man of many greedy natures and wishes and dreams and hopes when it comes to this game. Or at least our success, to say the least. So let's mark all that. Survival meals, that'll be good for us. Get some nice extra food coming in. Might as well grab all the weapons, too. That's a new club. There's a couple new clubs here. I mean, obviously, I don't want to swap anyone from, like, knives to the clubs. I should actually check that, just to make sure that the knives are better. So let's look at... Actually, yeah, if one of those isn't, that's normal. And I know there was an awful shiv. Yeah, that's an awful shiv. Let's test this out. So melee. Damage multiplier. Man, so this one has damage multipliers? That's kind of interesting. Work to make, okay, so I just care about cooldown, damage, warm-up is 0 seconds, that's really nice. So yeah, 8, 1.5, and then 60, 40, 20, 60, 40, 20. 8, 1.5. 8, 1.5, 60 downwards. And so those are both two normal ones. Since that's wood and this is slate, I imagine slate must be significantly better. 17 damage! Cooldown is also substantially higher though. Yeah, it's more than double. But the damage is also more than double. But the thing is 61. 60. So the blunt damage multiplier is maxed out. I think that might be better than the awful shiv then. So Balloona also has one of those. Let's go ahead and swap. That thing's really good, right? Yeah, that's at least normal and it's plasteel. Sideways has nothing. He must have been the one with the horrible shiv or whatevers. So we'll swap him over to that club. Is that everyone? It shouldn't be. Oh, I missed Droid. Droid also has a normal shiv. Okay, so we'll keep him with the normal shiv. That'll be a good way of handling all that stuff, I think. In the meantime, we need to mark both of those bodies. Balluno, you can strip him down. Strip that guy down. Is there also another body? No. So let's strip these guys as well, strip him, and then everything will be fine and dandy for that. That's also a dead man right there. Has that dead man been stripped? No, he hasn't. So let's strip him as well. Cool. Then I'll get rid of all those bodies, and that'll be wonderful and glorious for the colony and our success efforts. And now we've got so much medicine. I mean, obviously, it's herbal medicine, so it's not the best thing in the world. But we've got a lot of medicine, so that's really, really freaking awesome for us, to say the least. And we're also getting a lot of cloth, so we'll be able to make those carpets before too long as well. Let's make even more. But anyways, I think that's actually going to be a prime time to call it quits for this episode. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, guys!